Hi everyone, good morning. This is Dan. Welcome to Engelgeist. For those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. For those of you that support me over on Patreon, thank you so very much for your subscriptions. This is the daily forecast. It is for all signs. It is a broad spectrum reading, so you need to figure out if and where it fits in your life, if at all. If it doesn't fit, that's okay. It doesn't mean anything is broken or wrong. It just means that you might be working on something different at this time. It's originally created for Friday the 7th of July, but it's not solely set for that date. If you're seeing it on a different date and it fits your situation or it resonates with you, by all means utilize the reading when you're seeing it rather than when it was originally created for. I will be referring back to the Sunday underpinning reading, which is the reading I do on Sunday for the week. So if you hear me speaking about cards that you don't see in this reading, I'm usually referring back to that reading, and you can see that in the lower left hand corner at the end of this video. It populates there, so you can watch that if you're interested. For those of you that are new, please check out the drop down menu underneath the daily video. In there is just some housekeeping rules, things I want you to think about when utilizing the channel, what decks I'm using when doing the readings, how to follow me on social media, either at my Instagram or my Facebook business page. If you wanted to request a private reading, those are available, but you would need to initiate that conversation. I will never reach out to you to sell you a reading, so if somebody messages you, direct messages you, saying they're me, I'm trying to sell you a reading, please know that that's not me. And then there's simple ways to support the channel also. You can do so by hitting the thumbs up button, greatly helps. Sharing the video out, leaving me a question or comment, subscribing to the channel, hitting that notification bell so you get notified when I put up new content. I do put up daily content, so these readings are kind of like a progression on one another, so you can check that out, subscribe. Let me get these cards shuffled to see what Spirit wants us to know. Little side note, right? This is the morning of the 6th that I'm filming this. No, sorry. Yes, so this is for the 7th, but this is for the morning of it is the morning of the 6th that I'm filming this. My cat has not come home since July 4th. I think he got scared from the fireworks, and he's my indoor-outdoor cat, and he usually comes home. And I'm kind of worried that maybe he's lost or something has happened. So, for those of you who know Sven, please say a little prayer for him. I'm gonna begin to search the shelter websites and see if he's been picked up. I don't know what to do. So, normally Sven comes in at night, and it didn't occur to me to check to see if he was in the house. And I guess he wasn't. I haven't seen him all day yesterday, and now either this morning, and I'm a little worried. Alright, so let's see what's going on in these cards. Okay, so our card for the day, hello, is the Queen of Rings. So it's the Queen of Pentacles. It says practicality and generosity. We've seen her a couple of times in the clarifiers this week, or at least once this week in the clarifiers, I believe, with the King of Cups even. The Queen of Pentacles is about being very grounded, stable, nurturing, kind to ourselves, especially at a body level or a 3D level. She's a bit of a manifester, right? She knows how to get what she wants. She's not manipulative in any way, shape, or form. She's very practical. She's very dependable, right? She's about fertility, abundance, creativity. She's sort of like the little sister to the Empress, in my opinion. And or the closest little sister to the Empress. If all the queens are little sisters to the Empress, the Queen of Pentacles is probably the one. The Empress, she would be the Empress's favorite. Let's just say that. Or they relate the best to one another. There could be some things that we're looking at today that we need to potentially rebuild, manifest, put into place to create, right? Because I feel like the Queen of Pentacles is definitely about 3D creation, whether that's in our relationships or the situations in our life. We may need to take more of a nurturing, compassionate stance in how we go about moving forward into change within these situations or relationships. How we change them in ways that are positive, that feel right too, because although she is a a Pentacles card, she's still a queen, so she's still associated with the cup suit, right? So she's still a little bit about emotions, and she's definitely about the 3D body. So it's sort of like if our body and our emotions feel in sync with whatever it is we're trying to create, then to follow that path, right? And the reason why I say follow that path is because Sunday's underpinning card is the Two of Pentacles, which is maybe a decision that needs to be made in our 3D world that we are probably about to make with the Queen of Pentacles here. She's going to be wise in her decisions. She's going to do what's most practical, right? She's going to be kind and compassionate to herself and those around her while making this potential decision, or while looking at these different options that might be going on in her world. The mountain range behind her is pulling my attention. Like, it seems like maybe this queen has been through a bit of a journey. It may have not been the easiest of journeys. Yesterday's card was that Four of Swords, which was a period of rest, and I feel like she's resting beyond the mountain range. Like, she knows her own strength, she knows her own ability, she knows her capability, right? And so, if we've been through something hard, arduous, or was a bit of a challenge, I think that we're getting beyond that challenge at this point. We're starting with this Queen of Pentacles to begin to see, okay, so now what? Like, what is it that I want now? What feels right to me? What feels right in my body? How do I nurture myself or this situation or areas or spaces in my life to begin to create the things that I want, that I deserve? You know, queens and kings are, to me, come from this place of authority and deserving energy, right? Because they are rulers. You know, they're the rulers, or they're in charge of the decisions that are made in their lives, right? And in the lives of others. Usually their decisions can affect others, right? Because they rule over the realm. This queen, to me, is ready for new manifestations, ultimately, and the opportunity that comes with them, right? Let's look at the Cosmic Insights card. Distance. You and your partner may be physically or emotionally distant. So this could be about a relationship for some of you, but this could also just be about a distance of where we see our goals at versus where we are at. The Queen of Pentacles is very practical, right? So we might be looking at this from a position of, okay, how do I map this out to get myself from point A to point B? And how do I take next right steps to get there, right? We saw the Patience card earlier in the week, so I'm not worried about this distance card. Some of us may need distance too. I'm just going to say that. Only because we saw the Four of Swords yesterday. We also had that weird Gold Digger card with the Devil combination yesterday. We might need to put some distance between ourselves and a situation, or a relationship, or a particular person, so that we can sit in our Queen of Pentacles nurturing energy, and begin to think practically about how and what it is we want to create next, where it is we want to be, what we want things to look like, right? And how far those things might be from us, but not necessarily focusing on the negativity of the farness, but beginning to practically look at how do we map this out to get ourselves where we need to be and beyond where we've been. Does that make sense? So let's look at the Star Maiden Tarot. Okay, who was I just talking about? Her big sister, the Empress. Card number 3 is this beauty. Empress is associated with the planet of Taurus and Libra. She is, and I love that she looks like she's flying to the Queen of Pentacles just to help support her. She is the higher version of all of the queens, right? She is fertility, creativity, abundance, connected to nature, connected to our environment, connected to the relationships or situations that are going on around us, in a place of very much balance, harmony, focused on beauty, positive outcomes, and making those things happen, and understanding that we deserve those things to happen. That's some of also the authority I was speaking about with the Queen. There's a certain amount of divine feminine receptivity here, that we just need to let things play out the way that they need to play out, and be in this mode of reception and creation, like dwelling in what feels good, what feels right, what feels, sound, practical, whole, healing to us, and then pursue that and allow these two ladies to kind of lift us up, carry us there. I love how the Empress looks like she's shooting through the sky towards her goal, right? And remember, this is this card represents sort of Spirit's emphasis on all of this, bringing this into a 3, right? The card number 3, the Empress, is the balance of the mind, body, spirit, and then bringing that balance into, through the Queen of Pentacles, into a place of manifestation in the physical world, right? So I do think that we have a possibility for making really sound decisions today, if there is a decision in front of us, with that 2 of Pentacles underpinning this from Sunday's reading. And we will make the right decision, is my feeling. Let's look at the clarifiers. The 4 of Pentacles, lots of Pentacles energy, lots of Earth energy, because Empress is also associated with Taurus, right? The Chariot, which is the forward movement, Cancerian energy. And then the Ace of Pentacles. This is about new beginnings, and this is about moving towards new beginnings. This is about stabilizing where we're at or where we've been, and looking at where we've maybe been in a lack mentality and understanding that we can move away from that, that we can nurture something different, create something different, that something's actually different being offered to us at this time, whether we're aware of it or not, through that Ace of Pentacles. Yesterday we also saw the Ace of Cups. So these ace energies are coming in that are saying that Spirit is around us, trying to give us a gift or renewed perception, opportunity, something here. And we also had the Wheel of Fortune yesterday. Something here is shifting and changing. We need to move towards it. We need to move towards it wholeheartedly with like a confidence. That's the Queen of Pentacles and the Empresses, and even the Chariot's influence here. It's about moving forward determined, moving forward in authority, moving forward in self-assuredness, moving forward in our knowing, right? With this divine feminine Queen of Pentacles, Empress energy. We don't need to prove ourselves or our needs or our wants to anyone else. We just need to understand that they are our needs, our wants, and that we are deserving, and then begin to go after them or take them. They're being offered through the Ace of Pentacles, right? The 4 of Pentacles can be about times being slimmer or harder or being in more lack, maybe in the past, but it can also be about just holding on to what we have and keeping that grounded enough so that we can move forward and make sound, right decisions for ourselves as we move forward. That Empress shooting through the sky to me is about, also coupled with the Chariot, it is about making decisions that push us forward today. Let's go to the grounding stone. And I apologize for the bag. I've noticed that the grounding stone makes an awful noise in the morning. When I watch the video, I'm like, with that bag of stones, it's just this clattering, but I gotta get us a grounding stone. Remember, the grounding stone this week is laugh. So take everything that we are doing, the decisions that we are making, with a little bit of like levity and humor, lightness. It's not all so serious as we go through this transformation or transition or make this choice. It is actually going to be to our benefit, is my feeling. Here is the grounding stone. It is on, is this malachite? I believe this is malachite. I can't think. It's so early in the morning. It's like 4 a.m. Malachite, which I associate with the heart chakra, which would pair nicely with this Queen Empress combination. The word is touch. Stay in touch with your heart, what your emotions and what your body is telling you today. Stay in touch with what feels most correct and right with you at a heart, sort of spirit-based level, and then move in that direction, right? Also, this green stone, which associates me with the heart chakra, reminds us to stay in compassion towards ourselves or towards others or towards situations that may not, feel as though they're serving us. Stay in that compassion and that love while we make these decisions, because, they're more than likely going to be the right decisions if they're made from that place. Does that make sense? Connect with others, because touch would be about connecting with the others, and the Empress is definitely connected to her outside environment and learning from it at all times. That is your reading. I hope it made sense. Please like the video, share the video out, leave me a question or comment, say hello if you're new, and I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow to see how this energy changes. All right, take care. Bye-bye.